Goodbye, Norma Jean.
Oh, I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind.
At 78, Elton John shares secrets that will amaze you. The song that raised $38 million for charity wasn't about who you think. A 10-minute miracle almost never happened. And the moment John Lennon needed Elton more than anyone knew, behind those colorful costumes were stories that shaped music history. You know Sir Elton John. 300 million records sold, 9 Billboard #1s, EGAT winner in sequined jumpsuits. But here's what fans never figured out. Every hit started with a shy piano player named Reginald and a teenager named Bernie Taupin. Bernie wrote words, Elton wrote melodies. No meetings, just magic through the mail. Here's the shock. Your song almost didn't exist. Elton's at his mom's house in Pinner. Old piano. Bernie mailed him lyrics. Elton read them, sat down, and the melody came in 10 minutes flat. He almost didn't record it. Too simple, too ordinary. That ordinary song launched a legend. Number 8 in America. Changed everything. But the real secrets start with the songs you think you know.
Like a candle in the wind. Never know it.
Candle in the Wind. 33 million copies sold. Best-selling single ever. You think it's about Marilyn Monroe? Wrong. Bernie Taupin said, "The biggest wrong idea about Candle in the Wind is that I was this huge Marilyn fan. It could just as easily have been about James Dean or Jim Morrison."
The candle burned down the lamps of all.
The truth? Bernie was reading about Janis Joplin's death. Someone called her life a candle in the wind. That phrase stuck. It wasn't about one person. It was about every young star who burned too bright. James Dean at 24. Jimi Hendrix at 27. Any icon whose flame got snuffed out, like a candle in the wind. Never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. That's about fame itself. Being well known but feeling alone. Number 11 in the UK. Fans thought it was Hollywood nostalgia. But Bernie was writing about how fragile stardom can be. Comment if you thought it was only about Marilyn. 24 years later, this song got a whole new meaning.
Oh, I'm a rocket man.
Rocket Man. Number 6 in America. Everyone thinks astronaut missing family. Wrong again. Yes, Bernie got the idea from Ray Bradbury's story. But when Elton read those lyrics, he saw his own life.
A rocket man.
Elton's touring constantly. Different city every night. Different hotel room. I'm not the man they think I am at home. That's not space travel. That's the loneliness of success. For Elton, those lyrics hit home. Traveling constantly, but feeling isolated everywhere. But here's the moment that proves Elton's character. Something fans never figured out. November 1974. Madison Square Garden. John Lennon had promised, if Whatever Gets You Through the Night hit #1, he'd perform with Elton. It did. But backstage, Lennon was shaking. "I can't do this," Lennon said. Stage fright. The Beatle who faced Shea Stadium was terrified. Elton didn't push. He just said, "We'll do it together." That became Lennon's final live performance. Because Elton made him feel safe enough to face the music one last time.
Goodbye, England's rose. May you well.
Now the friendship that transformed millions of lives. March 1981. Prince Andrew's birthday party. Diana Spencer, 19. Elton John, 34. They danced the Charleston for 20 minutes straight. Amazing social ease, Elton said later. Everyone felt comfortable around her.
Hearts, you are the greatest placed yourselves.
Here's what fans never figured out. Diana didn't just attend public AIDS events with Elton, she visited hospitals on her own, breaking barriers with simple acts like holding hands, actions that inspired Elton's foundation work, and their shared mission to fight fear. Her famous 1987 visit to Middlesex Hospital, shaking hands with AIDS patients without gloves, changed everything. The world watched. Attitudes shifted. Elton kept her handwritten notes. "Dearest friend," she called him. Private thanks between two people helping others. But in 1997, trouble. Elton's book Rock and Royalty. Diana agreed to write the foreword, then pulled out. Palace pressure, hurt feelings, formal letters. Dear Mr. John, instead of warm greetings. Then Versace died in July. Diana reached out immediately. Silly falling out, she apologized. They made lunch plans. That lunch never happened. August 31st, 1997. Paris. Everything shifted. The call came to Elton's home in Nice. Hours later, the royal family asked, would he perform at Diana's funeral? Not just any song, Candle in the Wind. Here's the detail that impressed music insiders. Elton worked with George Martin, the legendary Beatles producer, who helped craft this tribute swiftly at Townhouse Studios, turning grief into a timeless anthem for healing. Bernie rewrote the lyrics in one sitting. Goodbye Norma Jean became Goodbye England's Rose. September 6th, Westminster Abbey. 2,000 people inside. 2.5 billion watching worldwide. Elton called it surreal. He could see Princes William and Harry, ages 15 and 12, trying not to cry. And even though we try, the truth brings us to tears. Shared sadness, set to music. Diana's support for his AIDS Foundation had shown how music could heal. This became a global moment of healing. $38 million raised for charity. Sadness transformed into hope.
You can never.
Here's one more secret fans never figured out. I'm Still Standing, 1983. Everyone knows it's about beating addiction. But there's a deeper meaning. 1988. Elton publicly came out as gay. The world wasn't ready. Criticism everywhere. I'm still standing after all this time. That line, it's about more than drugs. It's about courage. Standing up for who you are when society says you shouldn't. Double meaning. Recovery anthem and LGBTQ+ courage anthem. At 78, Elton's Still Standing. Farewell tour 330 shows. AIDS Foundation $600 million raised. Millions of lives saved. Private diary for his sons. Stories behind every song. So they'll know the genuine man behind the costumes.
Hope you don't mind that I put down in a word.
Every song came from genuine moments. Your song, 10 minutes that launched a legend. Rocket Man. Loneliness transformed into art. Candle in the Wind. Honoring every star who burned too bright. John Lennon's final performance. Diana's barrier-breaking hospital visits. The courage to stand up when the world wasn't ready. That's what fans never figured out. The man in sequined jumpsuits was always just Reginald, putting his heart into melodies, hoping we wouldn't mind that he put down in songs how wonderful life could be. Share your favorite Elton memory in the comments. Which song saved your life? Which performance gave you hope? Subscribe for more untold stories behind music's greatest legends, because behind every classic song, there's a secret waiting to be shared.